Most of these folks on Friday went to work. They came home from work at 3, and at 6, some of them were called in, and by 9 or 10, they were all called in. I met with George McCool, and the Secretary, Searles, and I went on a tour. It was 9 a.m. He had been up all night. He was nonstop in touch with everybody, dealing with emergency responses to failed roads, washed out culverts. I'm sure you have seen it. But what you may not have seen is all the work that goes into responding, making sure the traveling public is safe, that our roads are closed and safely passable. And now it's the work of recovery and rebuilding. And they really have been at it. George, I asked him when I got here, have you had any sleep? He said he had 2 hours on Friday. And he went back to work on Saturday. This is the work of your state workforce, Governor. They are here for the long haul. They're here to get folks back and to keep it safe. And, I've learned from working with them, I'm just really proud of what we do, of what VTrans does, of what government provides for Vermonters. I know we have a lot of challenges ahead that we need to meet. And I know with the support from the legislature, from the VTrans staff, from all the municipalities, we can meet the challenges of the 21st century. So thank you all for your hard work. Thank you, Governor.
We stand here in Berlin today, and last time I was in this spot, it was 3 or 4 weeks ago, and there was a little auction going out in the yard. And a bunch of the folks came up to me and said, "Governor, glad you stopped by." I actually was shopping, but said, "Glad you stopped by. They're talking about putting this thing online next year, and we're not online. We want to keep it the way it was." And I just want to thank the Agency of Transportation for responding to the call and keeping it the way it is. The auction is going to happen right here. Now, Susan Grotowski, the chair of the Berlin Select Board, didn't know at that time that Berlin was going to have its roads washed out and rained out as well. So I just want to thank Susan and the entire board for the great work they've done to try dig back and give Susan this opportunity in her hometown to, first of all, have our gratitude, and secondly, say a few words.
Thank you, Governor.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Like many of the towns in central Vermont, and especially like Montpelier and Barre, Berlin had substantial damage. We had, at the height of the storm, 8 to 10 roads washed out, our back roads washed out that were impassable. We still have 2 that are closed and where our crew is working on them. But I would really like to commend our work crew, our road crew. By the wee hours of Friday morning, they actually had 6 outside contractors working to try to get our roads at least passable. And they have been doing a fabulous job, just like the state crew working round the clock to get the roads back in shape. We had extensive damages to businesses up and down the Barre-Montpelier Road. We're working with them in terms of helping them catalog the damage and getting them information as far as what might be available from FEMA for them for assistance in terms of loans. We also had really devastating damages to 2 of our trailer parks, both off the Barre-Montpelier Road, and we've been working very closely with the folks in those parks as well. So again, I can't say enough about our road crew. We had an emergency select board meeting Monday morning to deal with a number of issues, and we're well on our way to coming back. So thank you very much, Governor. Thank you, Governor.
And now, the team of mayors who need no introduction. First, Thom Lauzon, and second, Mary Hooper. Mayors, come on up. Stand here together.
Thanks.
We can take turns.
Absolutely. First of all, I want to echo the governor's sentiments regarding the D6 workers. I mean, you've been through blizzards, then you went through a flood. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, politicians show up and take over your garage. So it's only getting better, I guess, from here, for real. And I want to thank you, Governor. The response, we're going through tough times right now in Barre. But, the response in the search and rescue phase was nothing short of inspiring. The Vermont Emergency Management workers who were on the ground, the Army National Guard, Colchester Water Search and Rescue. I think Susan will agree when I say that without their response, we would not have gotten those folks out of the Berlin trailer park. Our vehicles simply wouldn't reach them. So, I'm so proud to live in a state where you can actually call the governor's cell phone 24 hours a day and he picks up. And the resources are there. And he's still picking up. I mean, that's the most impressive thing is after calling him no less than 12 times over the weekend and asking for resources, the resources were there. And I can't thank you enough. Now we enter really what is the toughest phase, to help people recover. The days have been a little bit long. The light's on, but I'm not on empty. And my pledge to the people of Central Vermont is I'll continue these 20-hour days. And that's easy for me, because when I go home at night, I've got a warm place to sleep, I've got food in my refrigerator, and I've got a cold beer. So, that's easy for me. And I will continue working 20 hours a day until everyone in Central Vermont can make that same statement. So, Governor, thank you very much for your resources. I do appreciate it.
Mayor Hooper.
Thank you very much, Governor. So I think one of the themes that we've been hearing here is teamwork and community. And we have been showing both of those values in spades. From 6:30, 7:30, and 8:30 on Thursday evening, our communities were talking with each other about what was going on, how do we respond, how do we make sure that everybody in Central Vermont is safe. We were talking with all of our great colleagues in state government to make sure that that was true. At 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday morning, despite Montpelier telling people, please don't come down, we're still under an active flood situation, there were dozens and dozens of people helping our business owners move their stock up to higher levels, because we expected that we were going to have 2 or 3 feet of water on state and Maine. We lucked out, but our businesses did not. As we've heard in Barre, up and down the Barre-Montpelier Road, and certainly in downtown Montpelier, where every single basement, which is a valuable commodity to our businesses, was flooded on state and Maine. We evacuated people. We were able to get them into a great shelter thanks to our private partners. National Life was our shelter location, and they are stunning hosts. They could not have done more for us, along with the New England Culinary Institute. Our whole community pulled together. We're going to continue to pull together. There's fundraisers that are happening. People are offering to volunteer. We can take all of the help that we can get to help our businesses and our neighbors and all of our towns in Central Vermont. Get in touch with Thom, get in touch with me, with Susan. We can direct resources to where they want to go if folks are looking to help us out. And again, the support of the executive branch has just been fabulous. This wouldn't happen without these guys and many of our other colleagues in state government there. So thank you very, very much for your support.
Thanks for your good work.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I know we have a whole team of legislators here. Does anyone want to add anything, or has it all been said? Anything been forgotten? We're covered. So let's get on with the show and sign this bill. Then we'll be happy to take any questions you might have. So this is where you got to crowd around. We need all you in the shot. This is called a photo opportunity in politics. We want you in it. So come on over. Sue, we need you here. And we need the chairs right in back of us. And everyone crowd in. I want to make sure it's a narrow lens. Yeah. That day may be coming. All right, are you ready? Here we go. Are you all crowded in? Come on, we need you over here. You got to pull. Look. Come on, Mayor. We can't have you turn shy on us now.
Get on the camera.
You ready? Ready. Here we go.
Get on the camera.
6, 1. Whoops. 1. 11. It's law.